What's going on, you guys? We are at the end of week number 5, going on to week number 6. What did I do this week? On day 1, you can see not much has changed because I just did a water change that Sunday. Plants all look the same, still having a little bit of algae. Here is my both of my cryptocorns. One is still looking. You see the holes right there on it, on the top left leaf. You see the holes. You see browning on my Stella, my Octo Stella, and I also put into this tank back the plants that I had in the blackout bucket. This is the first day that they're in after the water change. I took them out of the blackout bucket, and I saw that they were algae free, and that algae that was still on there was browning and dying. This is day 1 of Monte Carlo. I'm gonna let you guys know this whole week of the Monte Carlo, not much has changed. They stay the same. This is the cryptocorn repens. You can see the yellow holes of the potassium deficiency. This is when my order for the flourish potassium is still on its way. The S repens I have here, you can see the browning, the dead leaves on the left side, dead leaves on the top right, all browning. Here I have my Nubius nana. You see the light greenish color showing the sign is lacking a nutrient, and I assume it's potassium because in my water I have very low potassium. Here is my AR pink, very pink, light pink actually, and you can see some holes in the leaves, but not much. It's holding up pretty well in the tank for this week. Here's my AR red. Beginning of the week, you can see it's dying on me, but it actually makes it bounces back at the end of the week. This plant is an AR as well, I believe, but I'm not sure what the name is. But you can see right here, it's slowly dying on me, and as of right now, I don't know if it's gonna bounce back or not, but we'll find out in the next couple of weeks. Here's a right view of my S-Repen trimmings that I did the last video. I trimmed them, and they're actually growing. They're actually thriving pretty well. Moving on to day 2. Sorry, I didn't get to shoot for day 2, so this is day 3. What I did day 3 was I cleaned up my canister filter. I took out the media from the canister filter, and I actually added this media that I bought from Amazon. It comes in a 12-pack. It's from my Pimplax Cascade 700 filter. It comes with 4 sponge filters and 12 flosses. And I made this last me 4 months, so I used 2 of the sponge filter already, and I won't change those for 2 months. And then my filter floss I'll be changing every month, and it should last me 4 months. And I also trimmed I had original tubing to my canister filter, and I cut it off and made it shorter to fit. Because of my new stand, I'm able to put my canister and my CO2 tank under the stand. So to make better flow, I shortened the lines, the tubing. So you can see before my inlet was on the right side, now both inlets and outlet is on the left side of the tank. Here is the first photo of day 3. The plants are looking a little bit more green, but not much has changed since. My cryptocorns are the same, and my Octo Stella is getting a little bit better. Monte Carlo, you can see still nothing much has changed. My C lucens, you can see it's the new leaves you can see, and the old leaves you can see slowly still dying off. This is day 3 of change in nutrients and whatnot. I started after the water change, and I cleaned the canister filter. I did 2 pump initial of the Easy Green and Easy Iron. And then every day since, I pump 1 pump. And I also got these bottles. This is my Flourish Excel, And this is my bottle for my Flourish Potassium. I didn't want to keep it in plastic bottles because Flourish XL supposedly causes like really, it does damage to you if it touches your skin or whatever. So I put it in glass bottles, easier, and I measured that each of one of these pumps initially is about 1 milliliter, so a little bit more or a little bit less is fine. So I just do 2 pumps of my XL every day, and I do 5 pumps of the potassium every other day. But I'm thinking about changing this to 2 pumps every day, but we'll see. So back to day 3, you see my Nubius Nana is healing. It was brown the couple of days back, but now it's getting darker green. Here's my AR pink. You can see it's still light pink, and you can see the algae on the old leaves. My AR red is still the same. Third day, not much change. And here's the right side of the tank as well. You can see my Amazon sword is slowly dying. I haven't seen any new growth, so you can see the next few days what I did. So this is the bottom of day 3 of what I did to the tank. I shortened the tubing for the canister filter, and I shortened the tubing for my CO2 tank as well. So it's a lot more efficient. This is day 4. Day 4. You can see my cryptocorn Vendetti is healing. You can see it's getting more darkish brown. The green tint, I think that's algae, but I could be wrong because I've seen other photos from other aquariums that it has that green tint to it, so it could be normal. My other cryptocorn, I believe that's back there, it still looks the same, and I think it's gonna stay that way for a long time before it bounces back. My Monte Carlo, you see again, day 4, not much change. My crypt lucens, you can see it's darker green now where the yellow spot leaves, the old leaves are, and you can see the new leaves on the bottom, the bright green coming out, which is a good sign. Here's the S repens, you can see it's getting more green. The old leaves are slowly dying off, and they'll fall off, and I'll just take them out from the tank. The new leaves are coming in. They're not a lot more green, light green, but still a healthier green. So that's good. It means I'm winning this war against the algae. This is my Anubias Nana on day 4. You can see it's a lot darker green, a lot healthier than before. My AR pink right here, it's a darker red. It's looking a lot healthier than before. You'll see on the day 6 that it's really red. So here's my AR red, still the same, not much change on day 4. And this is day 5. Yeah, my Octastella is a lot more green. My Cryptocorn Vendetti is darker brown. It looks a lot healthier than the first day. Monte Carlo, still not much change. It's still thriving, it's still green, just not much, no new roots, no new shoots. And here's my crypt lucens. It's getting healthier, as you can see. It's day 5. What the new dosing has done. Here's my S repens. You can see the new baby leaves coming out. They're shooting out, pretty healthy. My Nubius Nano, you can totally tell that it bounced back quickly. The leaves are getting darker green again. I'm thinking that this nutrient pump dosing that I'm doing is a lot better. Before I think I was dosing too much, but now I feel like the 1 pump a day might be working for me because the plants are able to take in the nutrients daily, and doesn't leave that much left over for the algae to grow. On this day 5, I added a new Java fern, a big one, in the back. This is the first day it's in, nice and healthy, of course, first day in. And if you look very closely to my AR red at the top, in the middle right there, you can see the new baby leaves coming out. This is day 5 from the new dosing chart. This is my AR pink. You can see it's a darker red. It looks a lot healthier from the beginning of the week. And on the back, you can see my Amazon sword is gone now. I replaced it with a different sword because the Amazon sword wasn't giving out new leaves, so I figured it's probably just gonna die on me, so I didn't want to take the chance, so I just took it out and replaced it with a new one. Now we're on day 6. Day 6, you can see the plants are a lot more green, a darker green. I feel like it's this the 2 pumps of easy green and 2 pumps of easy iron on the first day is good, and then 1 pump each day for everything besides the flourish potassium is doing great for me. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna continue doing that until like a good month or so, and then we'll see if we need to add more nutrients or if we need to tweak it a little bit. You can also see on the inlet right there, it's not a dead shrimp, it's actually a shrimp shell, yeah, from one of them that molted. Monte Carlo, you can see it's not much change, it's okay. And here's a photo I took of my Rotala M. I don't know the full name, but I know it's a Rotala plant. This is a trimming that was dying off before, but it actually started shooting out a new shoot, and it's a healthy shoot too. And you can also see on the bottom, I'm not sure what that plant is called, it's a red plant as well. That one you can see the old leaves dying on the side, but they actually shot out new shoots as well. Healthy shoots, as should I add. Everything is going good. This is my crib loose ends. You can see it's getting a lot healthier. The older leaves are darker and looks like it might be bouncing back, but the new leaves you can see are coming out quickly. And my S repens, you can see the new leaves are growing bigger. It might be lacking a nutrient deficiency, but we'll find out in the next couple of weeks or so. If so, we'll just try to figure out what it is, and we'll tweak that if needed. This is my AR pink, very healthy now. You can see it bounced quickly. I'm glad this plant hasn't died off on me like the AR red is, but the AR red is making a comeback. I hope it shoots out beautifully so I can trim it off and replant it and take off the old stems because they just look terrible. You can see in the back, the bottom left of my new Java fern, it already shot out new little roots for the new Java baby ferns coming out. And this is a picture of my anarchist bunch. It's shooting out like crazy. From the beginning of the week, it wasn't even there, and now it shot out a whole new stem, just thriving out and growing quickly. And here's a side view of my new sword plant that I put in. You can see the tips are turning yellow, but I think that's just a transition into my tank, because I did do a salt bath for the plants that I bought from my local fish shop. I got those two from my local fish shop, and I do a salt bath for those plants because my local fish shop tends to have snails, and I don't like snails. I just can't deal with them. I don't like them at all. I know a lot of aquarists do like them, but I just don't. I know they benefit your tank, but I don't like them. But that concludes the end of this week video. What I did with the bottles of the Flourish XL, I put it into the glass bottles for easy dosing, and the Flourish Potassium as well. I have a new schedule for my my fertilizer. I do the initial 2 pumps of Easy Green and Easy Iron, and then I do 1 pump every day after. And I just did a water change to the tank. The tank's right there, it's currently covered. I don't want any light going into the tank, so I cover it after the lights go off about 5 p.m. My time. And then I cover the tank with the curtains to fight this war with the algae. Once the algae clears up off the plants and the plants are nice and green, I will consider not having the cover on it anymore. But I'm doing whatever I need to win this war. Other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. That is the end of week number 5. I'll see you guys in the end of the week of week 6. Until then, thank you. Bye.